Hey YouTubers, it's Fox, and this is kind of like an update video, but also another type of video to basically explain what I've been doing lately. But basically, what I've been doing is I've been playing a lot of D&D lately, Dungeons and Dragons, for those who don't know what that means. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining what has happened in the past two games that you guys missed. I'm playing two D&D campaigns right now, one which is very far in. I'm not going to go through that one because it would take forever, and I don't remember everything. So I'm just going to go through the one that I'm DMing, and so you guys can enjoy this. Okay, so basically this starts off with two guys walking into a town called Savalas. Simple enough, walking through town, normal town, and all of a sudden they get knocked out by a couple of rogues and brought into a cage. Stripped of all their equipment in the cage, they meet other people. Let's see. The two guys that were traveling together were a rogue and an alchemist. The alchemist is a sales keep, or shopkeep, or traveling merchant, better name for him, a peddler. And the rogue was basically a hired bodyguard. And in the cage, they also find a dragonborn magus, which is a spellcaster that casts spells through their weapons. There was also a Aasimar, but he doesn't know he's an Aasimar. He has amnesia. He thinks he's a human, but what's it called? He's a paladin for all more reasons. And I think that's all the guys that were in there. Yeah, basically. So yeah, those four guys just sitting in there. They're in. The funny thing is, they're in a wooden cage. So basically, when they all wake up and they just like say hi to each other, Dragonborn's just like, "Fuck this!" Breath of fire burns down the wood cage, and then they find a steel door and a trap door after searching, and they break down the trapdoor just with a strength check. Just like hits it, flies all the way down, just clanks and shatters into pieces at the bottom, because it was like a 22 total strength check. It was ridiculous. Yeah, so they go down the ladder. They travel in what's kind of like a tunnel for traveling goods, basically. And they, after traveling for a little bit, they all fail their perception checks to spot a bunch of rats attacking them. 4 to be precise, not that many. 1 for each person. And they all get attacked, basically. No damage was really done. And all of a sudden, the rogue just moves out a little bit. And, well, he doesn't move, but he casts Ghost Sound on himself, which actually make the rats afraid and run, basically. Also, the paladin basically just takes a sword and whacks one of the rats, taking the backside of the sword, whacking one of the rats, because he's like uber, like he's a really good guy. He doesn't want to hurt things, so he doesn't want to kill things, so he just knocks things unconscious half the time, unless they're trying to kill him. If it's just like animals, he's not going to try to kill them. But so yeah, he knocks a rat unconscious. The Dragonborn, Leviacus, his name is. I'll tell you all their names. Leviacus is the Dragonborn. The rogue human is Inazuma. The alchemist human peddler is Alistair Bishop. And the what's his name? Anybody want to tell me what the paladin's name is? Akira. That's his name, Akira. So yeah. Not much happens in this battle. Pretty simple stuff. At one point, Inazuma grabs the rat and just chucks it behind him at the Dragonborn, and Dragonborn just like literally just opens his mouth and clamps down and eats the rat. Ugh. Ugh, creepy. Anyway, even I'm like, no, that you shouldn't do that. But basically, they all roll perception checks. Only Inazuma sees that there's a small pile of gold, 15, not much, just sitting around some dead bodies that the rats have eaten. And he does a stealth check to sneakily put the gold away. And there's actually a quote for this, because I do quotes for this game, because I haven't done ones for the recent game, but I'll continue them after. But the quote for that one is, I rolled to steal the money without the others knowing about it. What? And that was Inazuma. What did he just do? Alistair. He just robbed you guys. That was a character that hasn't been introduced yet, so. Okay, so next they go up the ladder. Inazuma tries to do something stupid and tries to like grab one of the rungs and just jump, basically just toss himself upwards. So he had to make a jump check and failed horribly. So he fell back down. I think the paladin caught him, Akira, and then they just walked up the ladder normally. They all had to make a stealth check to get up there because there were people up there. And I want to say that the rogue, no, not the rogue. I think that Dragonborn and like the others failed the stealth check, but the Dragonborn failed it the most. So basically, he just goes, "I'm a dragon." Rawr. And so the guys notice him, and an NPC basically just goes up to them and says, "Who are you? Why are you here? Are you with those filthy undercommon rogues?" And as he does this, the rogue goes, "Okay, I'm going to intimidate him." So he rolls to intimidate, he succeeds, and he starts doing this monologue that he has. And then he tries to grapple and grab his shirt, and misses. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm awesome, miss." Wait. And then basically the NPC goes, okay, I guess you're not here to kill us." And then the paladin goes, "Really?" It's just so crazy. So yeah. And then basically they talk a little bit. The NPC named Jack Jagoon, he wants them to kill all of the undercommon rogues, basically the ones that knocked them out and brought them into their cage. He wants them to help him defeat all of them, because they've just been doing a lot of bad things in town. And he actually has a hiree already with him that was going to do the job, but he was still looking for hirees, basically, and needed more help. But he also lets him go to the squad. His name is Blackstrider. So we got the team of Blackstrider, the Soulborn. We have Inazuma the Rogue, Alistair Bishop the Alchemist, Akira the Paladin, and last but not least, Leviacus the Dragonborn. So they go back to the tunnel, and basically Jack takes a key out of his pocket and unlocks the steel door. Apparently they've been prepared the whole time, they were just waiting for people. And so they all go through the door. It's very dimly lit in this next room, so they have to roll perception checks to see. Except for the Aasimar, who forgot he has dark vision. So as soon as it starts out, Inazuma goes and rolls for sneak check. Makes sense, he's a rogue. And starts sneaking into the next room. And he does a perception check, sees some enemies from afar, and he actually notices a secret door, which was surprising to me. So he goes over to the secret door, takes it, opens it, but he opens it sneakily. So he rolls another sneak check. He succeeds again. He's a rogue. So he basically just stands on next to the wall and just like pulls the door open against the wall still, so that he's not in front of the door. And the enemies that are in there come out at 2 Dugars, and they don't see anything. So basically, Inazuma just goes and does a ghost sound, trying to distract the Dugars and the other enemies from afar. None of them believe it, so it's kind of like that was a waste. But it's a ghost sound, so it's a level 0 spell. Not very impressive. He made use of it once, I'll say that much. But so then everyone starts coming. Oh, and everyone actually in the group has to make a will save because they don't know if it's his ghost sound or not. 2 actually failed it on the team, which is hilarious because then they start freaking out, and the other guys had to calm them down. So that was funny. And they start going into the next room. Inazuma sneak attacks the one Dugar, killing him instantly, and then goes to sneak attack the other one, killing him instantly. Even though he has a wooden sword, so it's all bludgeoning damage, so they're all actually unconscious, I want to say. But after that, Leviathan gets, I believe, shot once with a crossbow bolt from the Drow, which have poison on their crossbow bolts, which he failed to save. I think he got hit by 2, and he went unconscious. So, yeah. And then, let's see what else. Sorry about the yawn. Yeah, they basically clear out this room. One epic thing that happened in this fight is Alistair there's an altar in the middle of this room, and Alistair just runs up, jumps on the altar, runs past the altar, throwing a bomb, blowing up, killing all of the Drow, ridiculously enough, and almost singeing the rogue and the paladin, but didn't do any damage to them. And then they go through the next door by actually doing a charging kick, breaking down the door, knocking it into the next wall, which was 5 feet away, and then just falls over. Doing another perception check instantly after doing that, noticing another secret door where that door hit, funny enough. And so they open this one. There are 2 Drow in there, and Leviathan tries to go around because it has spaces on the sides too. So he tries to go around, and a Dugar pops up and starts attacking him. Not much happens in this fight. It's just a really cramped space. Leviathan almost goes unconscious again from a botch. Basically, he hits himself in the windpipe with his glaive. And another botch by Blackstrider. Basically, he was taking his longswords and attacking around Leviathan, and he just like and kind of dug it into the side of the wall, damaging it a bit. Let's see what else happened. That was actually all for the first game. I'll record another segment for the second game. And if you guys like this or dislike this, tell me, and I'll change it. I'll do it again, or I won't do it ever again. You guys let me know. This has been Fox, and I'll see you guys for next installment for this probably, and then probably Dark Cloud after that. Alright, bye.